My thing is with Will's statement when we were talking about sex. He said, "You can't tell these boys nothing." But whenever she said she was gonna have 50 or 40, 51, 49%, and he's saying the men can't raise them. What is the difference? Like, how does it make sense that if you get 100% custody?
I never said men couldn't raise them.
You said you can't tell these boys nothing.
Yeah, you can't, because you have to understand something, Darwin.
Okay, so
most of these dudes.
Go ahead. You said you can't tell these boys nothing when you got.
Make sure you understand my argument, right? Because you're picking up my argument at high school athletes who are destined to be in the NBA. You're not picking up my. We're not having this conversation from you're in your child's life from the time they exit the womb, and then you have them under your tutelage. We're not talking about whether or not you had that time. We're just talking about athletes. When boys are athletes, let's keep it real. Most of these black boys who are athletes are coming from single parent households. They're not coming from dual households.
No, what I'm saying is the rules shouldn't be different whether they're coming from single parent or dual parent household, or whether they're an athlete or they fucking play wash dishes or whatever, or cut grass or some shit. I think the issue isn't contingent upon whether they're an athlete.
But the issue is about athletes in that scenario. I don't want you to argue.
Okay, so we can compartmentalize this issue to athletes. But I was speaking from a point to where it's actually I'm actually justified to broaden the issue to all type of specialties, regardless if it's athletes, somebody who just want to be a tech nerd. This fact that you got a dick in your pants justifies me to be able to broaden this, because the issue isn't that athletes are causing the black community to fail. The issue is that. Okay, go ahead.
I'm with you. Listen, I'm just trying to make sure you don't take an argument that I was making specifically about athletes. And
so you're saying athletes.
And Will, I think it's important to know this. When I make my argument,
hold on real quick. But I can't finish what I'm saying.
Just let Darwin finish. Did Darwin finish?
You're saying that athletes have this issue, not just men. But can't you? Okay, I get it. We're talking about athletes, but can't you understand how this could work for all men?
Yes,
all young boys, not just athletes.
I'm just telling you, don't pigeonhole me to a point when I was talking about athletes. If you're
okay, well, let me clarify. Let me clarify then. Are you saying you can't tell when you made a statement you can't tell these boys nothing? Are you specifically talking about boys, period, or boy athletes?
I was talking about boys who are destined to be in the NBA, superstar.
Okay, athletes. So you're saying that boys who are destined to be in the NBA has to be taught different than boys, period.
Absolutely.
Why?
They have a total different exposure to life. You cannot give them the exact.
Okay, I get it. Okay, I agree. You don't have to explain. They have a total different exposure. But if you give them the same training, the righteous training path, shouldn't that account for any type of exposure they have in life?
Absolutely. If you have them when they come out of the womb and you're a father present
so it's not, thank you. So it's not based on whether they had the exposure.
No, it's not based on whether, yes, if you give them the proper training.
Based on whether they're a boy that came from a vagina. It's not based on whether
it's based on whether they have a man in their life when they come out the vagina. Because they don't got no man in their life when they come out the vagina. A woman's not going to give them the same tutelage that a man is.
What I'm trying to get you to understand is, no matter if this boy is going to go out and make $100, or no matter where this boy is going to go out and make $1 million, the budgeting fundamentals remain the same. So you're going to teach them to budget the same way, regardless if he go further than the other one. So regardless if he go to the NBA or he go work at fucking Lowe's, right. You still got to use the same principles and discipline according to your dick, because the same thing can happen. That's why I'm trying to rule out the whole athlete thing.
Hey, I'm with you.
Now, for the record, I'm not taking shots at nobody specifically. When I speak, I try to speak at the statistics, the numbers that's showing up. If anybody got hit with a brick, then that's on them. I don't have no problem with just addressing anybody directly. But I want to pose this question. Let's look at the top high-paying athletes on the women. Is there any record or any trending news or viral videos going around where men are finding high-paying women and manipulating them into having a child so they can get the bag?
No.
It's probably a reason why that's not happening. And I'm not going to go on the record and say women are smarter or more disciplined. I'll let y'all do that. But because the fact that
men don't try to trap women with babies.
Yes, they do.
The fact that and I'm just laying right here. The fact that it's an actual technique. There's a conglomerate of women that's able to do it, to manipulate men, lets you know that these men are out of order, that they don't have the principles. Because if they had the principles, there wouldn't be a manipulation strategy. There wouldn't be a technique to, let's just target an NBA. They're just stupid. They're going to fuck you raw and give you the bag. The fact that there's a strategy you can use to go get rich and get knocked up lets you know that you have to start with the men. Because if it was both, then they would be doing it with the women that are high-paying athletes as well.
Sir, you got to understand something. You see, y'all missing, y'all talking like this is just something that happens outside of wedlock. If dudes had this dick discipline it's all talking about, women will just finesse the system and there will be more marriages and more divorces. Don't think for 1 second that we won't have a higher divorce rate, because the problem is incentivization. Women are incentivized to leave their relationships.
Here's the difference, Will. Here's the difference.
They get compensated for leaving the relationship at the same time.
Here's the difference, Will. If you taught men to do things the right way and they get fucked over for doing things the right way, it makes it easier to put policy prescriptions in place to protect those men. The problem is that you have people doing shit the wrong way, and now you're trying to create policy prescriptions on how to protect those men while they're doing shit the wrong way. If men were out, hold on, wait. If men were out here, I'm not
saying that at all.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that you said anything. I'm just responding, bro. If men were out here, and they were saying, and they were following Bruce's ideology on all of this, and mine somewhat included too, and they got fucked over in marriage because a woman decided, hey, look, we gonna try to find a way to get the bag from them marrying us. At that point, we can sit here and say, we're not going to let you do men wrong in marriages who are doing shit the right way.
That's not true. We currently have men doing it the right way and still get fucked over.
No, but you have to understand. Hold on, wait. No, wait.
Never been a woman.
Hold on, wait. Here's the problem. You have 100 years of us doing it the wrong way. There's things like we always assume that, man, it's just binary. No, the pendulum always swings.
What do you?
I'm about to explain to you what I'm talking about. What happened is the reason why you see marriage laws the way that they are is because there were a group of women that were being done wrong through marriage that asked for the government to put policy prescriptions in place to protect them. And then you started seeing people try to manipulate the system to get out of it. So the thing is that what happens is that we're not doing what we're supposed to do, and we're creating policy prescriptions to fix what's wrong when we're doing wrong. I get what you're saying. Currently, the way that this system is set up, if we can be honest, currently the way that the system is set up, yes, you would probably see women try to plan to get men for marriage. But at least if men were doing it the right way, they would have a righteous argument to appeal to power and say, hey, look, we're out here trying to do things right. We're doing right by our women. We decided to marry them. We decided that we weren't going to have any children out of wedlock. We decided that we weren't going to have sex out of wedlock. We decided we were going to do this the right way. And you have women out here trying to manipulate men and divorce them, trying to using loopholes in the divorce laws. And then at that point, we can all look at that and say, hey, look, men are doing it the right way. Here's the things that we got to put in place to protect them.
Bro,